Hi everyone, today we shall discuss the Nyquist plot problem. Sketch the Nyquist plot for a system with g of s, h of s equals to 1 plus 0.5s divided by s square into 1 plus 0.1s into 1 plus 0.02s. So comment on the stability. So they have asked to Nyquist plot. So this is a compulsory question in the control system. They ask in the 5th model. Okay, according to your syllabus, it is in the 5th model. So they ask for 8 marks or 10 marks. This is a compulsory question on Nyquist plot and also root locus border plots. So here, this question was asked in the September 2020. Okay. So step 1 is you need to replace s equals to j omega. So you need to replace as s equals to j omega. So here g of j omega, h of j omega, whatever it is in the question, just you need to replace s as j omega. Next step 2, magnitude. Okay. You take that magnitude, square root of 1 plus 0.5 omega square. So in the denominator, square root of omega square whole square. Again separate you need to consider. Okay, the real part plus imaginary part, real part plus imaginary part. You should not multiply the terms. Okay, next after that you need to consider the angle. If denominator omega square is there, then we will consider as minus 180 degree. Okay, this value is minus 180 degree, and this is we have written from this equation. Okay, so you can observe tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part, because it is in the numerator, no need of minus. Okay, and here in next whatever it comes is the denominator, so we have written minus. Okay, tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. Next to omega, and that is w m 5. Okay, so you substitute the value of omega, that is 0, 1, 10 and infinity. For 0, if you substitute omega value as 0 in m equation, that is magnitude equation, and the phase angle, that is the angle equation, so you will get the magnitude infinity and the angle is minus 180 degree. Similarly, you need to substitute the value of omega for different readings. So that is 1, 10, infinity. So in order to plot easily, okay, this is a easy method of Nyquist plot. So for infinity, magnitude is infinity. So magnitude is 0 for infinity, omega value infinity. So minus 270 degree angle. Okay, so after calculating this direction, minus 180 degree minus of minus 270, so you will get plus 90 degree. So if it is plus, then it is anti-clockwise. If it is negative, then it is a clockwise direction. Next is we need to find out the Q point, g of j omega, h of j omega. Rationalize the denominator. Okay, after rationalizing you need to multiply and solve the terms, and you need to separate the real part and the imaginary part. So this is a real part and this is a imaginary part. Okay, so first you need to rationalize this. So 1 plus 0.1 j omega will become in the denominator 1 minus j omega, 1 minus 0.1 j omega. Whatever you rationalize, that you need to write in the denominator same as it is. For example, 1 divided by 1 plus j omega is there. Then if we rationalize, what you will get is 1 minus j omega divided by 1 plus j omega into 1 minus j omega. Okay, that is what you will get after rationalize. So if it is the imaginary terms, then only you can rationalize. So this is a real part. After j square will become minus 1, so you need not to take to the denominator. So after separating the real term and the imaginary term, next equate imaginary part to 0. So whatever you get the value of omega, that is the omega PC, that is phase crossover. Okay, so that value you need to substitute in the real part. Okay, this value you need to substitute in this part. Okay, So that is the value of Q. That is the value of Q. That is the value of Q. Okay. Next, this is the plot we need to write after calculating all these things. So first, when it is omega equals to 0. So when omega equals to 0, this is the omega equals to 0, we got the magnitude is infinity. Okay, we got the magnitude is infinity, but the angle is minus 180 degrees. So the angle is here, it is angle. Okay. Next, when omega equals to 1, okay, when omega equals to 1, the angle is minus 160 and the magnitude is 1.11. Okay. Next, when omega equals to 10, the angle is minus 157.67. That also you need to mark. And what about the Q point? That also you need to mark here, Q point, before going to the infinity. Before you end the point, that Q point you need to mark, and after Q point only you should come back to the infinity point. Okay. So when omega equals to infinity, what you got? The magnitude is 0 and the angle is minus 270. So minus 270 means here you will get magnitude 0 also, here you will get. So from here it is started and it is gone like this and it is ended like this. Okay, once again I repeat. So when omega equals to 0, angle magnitude is infinity, but the angle is minus 180 degree, and next it is gone like this because minus 160 point we have joined here, and next it is gone like this. Okay. So it is ended like this because we got that omega equals to infinity, magnitude 0 and phi equals to minus 270. Okay. So here it is started like this and it is ended like this. We cannot end like this because this will become plus 270 and minus 90. So you should come like this only. Okay. You should come like this only because this is the 270. Okay, after minus 180 only you will get 270. So you should come like this only. Okay, you can ask why we should come like this. We can go like this, right? But because it is an angle, we got minus 270 when omega equals to infinity. Okay, so after marking that, you need to mark the imaginary mirror image of that. Okay. Next, direction. So it is started from omega equals to 0 and it is ended from omega equals to infinity. We have written already, we have found the direction of that. So it is an anti-clockwise. So it will go from omega infinity to omega equals to 0. So anti-clockwise direction you can observe. Next step. Critical point minus 1 plus j0 is getting encircled once in a clockwise and once in a anti-clockwise. So this is the critical point you can observe here. So critical point you can observe minus 1 plus j0. Minus 1 plus j0. So it is encircled. So once it is clockwise, once it is anti-clockwise. Okay. So n equals to 0. This satisfies the stability criteria. So gain margin equals to 20 log divided by 20 log 1 divided by 0q, that is point q, what we have found out. Okay. So that you substitute gain margin equals to plus 39.5. 0.19 dB. This is what you'll get. If you don't know to find the step 4, or you can find out by using a average criteria. From there also you will get to know whether it is a stability or instability. From that also you can write down directly it is a system is stable or not. Okay, this is if you feel difficult to find out this method, so you can go with that and you can write down directly it is a stable or unstable system. Okay, so in the next class we shall discuss with the other questions.